Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show, live on WBON-TV Channel 9 and on radio at V99.3, Sports Radio 103.5 and Y92.5. Support your favorite local teams and enjoy the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show. Also brought to you by Bishop Small Engine Repair, Nuevo Vallarta, and the law offices of Patrick O'Neill. Now let's go live to your hosts, Michael Watkins and Samantha Burford.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome into the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show. Michael Watkins, along with Samantha Burford. And tonight, Garrett Stearns hopping on the air with us. Going to have Garrett become a regular. You know, we had Dawson on for quite some time.
That's right.
It was fun to have somebody to kind of poke fun of you with, and not just me doing it by myself. Now, Garrett's, I don't know if Garrett's ready for that yet, but we'll bring him along.
You're going to be nice to me like Dawson did, right?
Okay,
yes.
Well,
I just
humble.
can only handle one person picking on me, you know?
Well,
and we did not plan this, but we're all matching.
We are matching.
The coaches even matching. We're all matching.
We've got Alan Feldhaus, the head basketball coach of Madison Central, and it's a big night tonight, 11th Region Championship game, Coach. Obviously, we wish you guys were playing in. I know it's always rough when the season comes to an end, especially with the kind of year that you guys had, but just before we dive into everything, just look back on the year that was for you guys. I mean, a couple of times being ranked number one in the state. I mean, the gauntlet of a schedule you play every year, but to the wins, some of the wins that you guys had. I mean, blowout victories over so many teams. GRC comes to mind, the big win over Cuffcath at home where you had the 20-point lead there in the third quarter. Just games like that all kind of encapsulated into just a terrific season. Ending the way it did, but just kind of look back on the tremendous year you guys had.
It was great. We had our little meeting today. First time really I've seen them since Saturday night, and that's what I told them. I usually judge a season based on how fast it goes, and I mean this season flew by.
It did.
I mean, absolutely flew by. Even more so than the 2013 season when we won it all. And I told them. And it's not because, of course, I had all of our records up there. I mean, our varsity was 30-4, our JV was 16-4, and our freshmen were 15-4, which is great for the whole program. I said it wasn't because of the 30 wins; it's just because of the type of kids that I had, and didn't have to deal with any problems off the floor, no character type issues, and just kids that are fun to be around. It was fun to go to the gym every single day, and of course, winning helps. Winning does help too, but that's not always the determining factor for me as a coach. Because I told him, I said, even the 2013 team, we had some players who were suspended for 3 or 4 games during the year, and the year before that, we won our first 23 or 24, but it still wasn't fun parts of it because I was having to deal with some stuff off the floor. I said, with these guys though, you just couldn't ask for a better group of kids, and I think. It was quite evident by the way I think our fans felt. You could tell, I could really tell the way our fans felt about them. They enjoyed watching them play, and not just because they were winning, just the way they went about doing things both on the floor and off the floor. So it's bittersweet. It's hard. I mean, and we couldn't ask for a worse time for an injury to occur to Luke. But, I mean, overall, that's what I told him Saturday night after the game's over with. I said, you keep your head held high. When you walk in that school Monday morning, you've got that head held high because we don't have any excuses. We did everything the right way, and it was fun to come to practice every single day, and we didn't have a bad practice the entire year, and that's what makes it fun.
You talked about walking into school with your head held high. You couldn't have done anything different, and I mean, you look back at that game, I don't know if there was anything you could have done different other than the shots just falling for you. I don't know if there was anything game plan-wise or anything that you could have done differently Saturday.
No, it really hurt us when they went zone. It didn't really bother us not having Luke when they went man because they don't really have an answer for Jake when they're man. But when they went zone, having not been able to practice against the zone without Luke really hurt us because I always tell my guys, your zone offense is only as good as the guy that you have in the middle of that zone, and Luke was always the one we had, other than our special calls in our basic zone offense. He was the one that was always in the middle, and we really couldn't decide who to put in the middle. We didn't think Joe would be real comfortable in the middle because he never played there before. we could put Jake in the middle, but that got him away from the basket.
Yeah.
We could put Grayson in the middle, who I think would be pretty good at it, but that took him away from the wing where he could shoot. So that really bothered us in just our base zone offense. Now, another problem was it's hard to communicate at EKU. The acoustics are horrible on the floor, and then with me getting the technical there early in the game and can't stand, that made it even more difficult. When we did have some time to make a call of one of our special calls against the zone, we scored every single time. But it was just hard to make those communication calls when I'm sitting and the acoustics are so bad too.
Well, Gary was there getting highlights for us, and I mean, you could every single time down the floor, every whistle, every shot that was made. I mean, both sides were just the crowd. Honestly, it was the best atmosphere. The Covcath game was special too, but that was the best atmosphere I'd been in all year, with just the sounds of the crowd. But you could hear it coming through on the camera, just how loud it was in there.
Yeah, it's always loud there. It's just, even when it's not as crowded, it's hard to hear there. For some reason, the acoustics, as far as communicating from the bench to your players, it's hard. I have a hard time even when they're announcing the starting lineups. They're on the floor. When I'm up top and watching a game, I can hear it pretty good. But when you're down there on the floor, it's kind of hard to hear.
I do agree with that, because when I'm down there reporting and doing different things, it is hard to hear. I'm like, who did they just say? You don't know. Coach, so you would say definitely that this has been one of your favorite years.
Yeah, and those guys, those seniors,
very special.
Will and Cam, we brought those guys up as 8th graders, so we've had them for 5 years.
Which is unheard of a lot of times nowadays.
Yeah, and there's just a special bunch, and just such good kids, and that's why I hated it. I mean, of course, I hated it for Luke. I mean, it's just horrible to have to end your senior season with a horrible injury like that. But not only was it horrible for Luke, it was horrible for us.
Yeah.
It was horrible for all of us.
Well, it's hard for the guys that have been playing with him their whole lives.
Yeah. And you don't replace a 1,000-point scorer in one day, or a guy that's averaging 15 points a game, 5-6 rebounds a game. It's just hard to do that. And we still thought we had a chance against them. We did. I mean, with a minute to go, we're still only down by 4, but it was just a struggle in our zone offense without Luke. So we really missed him there.
Well, I think when you look back on that game, Garrett, I mean, just seeing the emotion from the guys. And do we have an update on Luke? Do we have? I mean, I know they had an MRI, but
he did. He had his MRI yesterday, and then they went to back to UK today, and it's a completely torn ACL, and he's going to have his surgery a week from tomorrow. So he'll go ahead and get his surgery.
And I know, was it Pikeville that's offered him? I know there's a couple of teams. Union, okay, that looked at him.
Christian, and had we kept on playing, I think he would have gotten more too.
Sure.
With the ACL, I mean, it's a process to go through the recovery on that, which I know he'll do, and I just hate it for a senior for something like that to happen, especially in the situation that we were in. His poor mama, bless her heart, Amanda's about. She's had a rough time, as we all have.
Yeah. Well, I remember the Friday I'd put a little clips, some clips together of just the year, and obviously not wanting to speculate, but just had the feeling of I talked to Heather Kleins and the staff there about what it was, what they were thinking it might be, and things like that. And you could just see the outpouring of support, and that was one of the things I wanted to ask you too, because there are certain people that are just Madison Central basketball. I mean, the guys that help you keep stats. They've all got some matching shirts with you that sit over there. There are certain fans that come that never missed a game. There's a group of older gentlemen that sit up top, and they'll always talk to me. And I mean,
Dino,
I Dino. Think the fan support this year, though, and I've been calling games for 10 years. I remember when you had Isaiah and you had some of these really good individual players. I'm like, where is everybody? Why are we not coming out to support these guys? I feel like this year, from the first game, everybody was coming out to watch you guys play.
Packed. The gym was packed.
Of course, last year we just lost one person off a pretty good basketball team, Cody being our only senior. So, and then when you add Grayson into the mix, so definitely I think the expectations were very high when the season started, and then when they came to watch that first game against Pulaski County at home, and how well that we played, and then GRC that following week. So it's pretty easy. It's pretty easy to jump on the bandwagon for others to jump on the bandwagon after that. And of course, our normals that you're talking about, yeah, I mean, they're there, win, lose, or whatever,
sure.
supporting Madison Central. But it's nice to see all those other people to show up and support this team because they were just such a great group of kids, and they were fun. They were fun to watch.
Yeah, hop in there, Gary, man.
Yeah, Coach, I know one of the reasons you've been doing this so long is because it's been so fun for you. Like, where does this season rank in terms of just how fun it was for you to coach?
Well, I mean, to be honest, I'll be 63 here pretty soon. Getting Jake kind of helped my outlook on things last year. Try not to get emotional here, but that helped. And then he fit in so well with these kids, and those kids accepted him with open arms, and I knew they would. And I kept telling his mom and dad 2 years before, I said, I've got such a super group of seniors here. I just know Jake would fit in well with them, and of course he did. And
even the golf guys seem like
everybody. I mean, Jake is the most humble, easygoing, to be so physical and tough.
Yeah.
I mean, he's very genuine and heartfelt, and that made it fun for me too. Because of course, I had 3 daughters and didn't get to coach any of them. And
this was like your son.
It was. I mean,
coaching your son.
It was, and I know Jake. We've talked about it before. Those first 2 or 3 weeks practice when he first got here, it wasn't fun for Jake because Uncle Allen and Coach Allen, 2 different people. But I think he understood where it was all coming from, and I think that relationship and everything grew both as a uncle and nephew and a player and a coach, and that made it fun too. But it was fun having Jake because he had such great teammates and they all loved each other.
Well, he now realizes what it takes to get to the top.
Yeah, he did.
This is what a top program is.
And that's why I think if you'd ask his mom and dad, they're probably shooting themselves in the foot to not get him up here his freshman year. I'm sure if they had it to do all over again, they would have done that. But it was a good 2 years, and we've enjoyed it.
You know, for you, obviously the team itself, but also having your daughter now coaching at Morehead State. Talk about that. Did it kind of rejuvenate you a little bit too? I mean, having her and being able to watch her.
It was very nice having her back here, and luckily that OVC schedules Thursday, Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
So most of the time we didn't have too many Thursday games, and their Saturday games most of the time were early, like noon or 1. So if it did not interfere with us, we were there, and that was fun. And I don't know how long we'll be able to keep her there. I'm hoping at least one more year, but I know Ashton has goals, and she's very.
Well, they had a really good year this year.
They had an unbelievable.
I think 4th in the conference, 3rd or 4th.
Unbelievable year. They were picked dead last in the preseason because nobody knew anything about her. Nobody knew anything about her players because she brought in a whole new team and really had a chance to be second. It all depended on that last regular season game. So it was an unbelievable year, and she'll have opportunities right now to move on. It all depends on she's got to find the right fit. But she loves Morehead. You couldn't ask for a better person to work for than Kelly Wells.
Yeah.
And, they've been great to her, and she loves Morehead. But she has goals, and she wants to move up. So kind of wait and see for that. So that kind of I'd love to keep her here.
Yeah, we all would.
That would help me. That would definitely, her staying here would definitely help me want to continue doing what I'm doing. But we just kind of have to wait and see what she does.
What I want to know, hold on, is how is that dinner table and I guess now it's more phone calls and FaceTimes. But I've heard through the grapevine that sometimes you are. Coaching to coach might want to give advice or, hey, what about this this player?
No, I try to stay out of her way. If she asks me something, my opinion on something, I'll give it, but I don't volunteer.
Don't volunteer.
No,
because that can get you in
she'll
trouble.
Ashton's got a mind of her own, and she's got a lot of me in her, so she'll put me in my place real quick. Well, she does ask.
Like, Dad, I don't need your help. I know what I'm doing.
Well, rightfully so. We've got a legend in the house there, so why not, right? But when you talked about, alluded to your future, when will that decision come? Have you obviously?
As right now, I'll be right here. I've worked all day getting our cage cleaned out And Garrett can tell you, we met today, so we're turning everything in tomorrow. So I'm trying to get everything organized because I'm kind of a neat freak on that stuff. And we take care of our stuff. And I'll start working on our summer schedule and next year's schedule and continue on. So as of right now, I plan on being right here.
And we're all going to assume the schedule will be just as challenging as it ever is.
Unfortunately, yeah, I'm not smart enough to realize that we've lost 6 out of our top 7. I should probably water it down a little bit, but I'm not real good at that because I don't want to drop people because I know how it feels when people drop us. I mean, we had Lafayette and Scott County both dropped us in October, and I didn't even know it till I looked on the KHSAA Ryherds and our game, and we're supposed to go to those places, both of them. So I'm not gonna do that. I mean, our normal ones that we always play. Is, if I have anything to do with it, we'll continue playing. Of course, we won't get invited to as many classics and stuff like that we did this year because we had a Mr. Basketball candidate. So that part might be a little easier, and I have a little bit more flexibility on some regular season games.
Oh, hold on. That you led me into this. Hold on, I gotta ask you. So, you guys not making it to the Sweet 16, does Jake still have a chance to be?
The voting was done February 27th.
Okay,
so
for Mr. Basketball.
That voting was
when
done.
Will that come out?
I did not know that.
The banquet is the day, I think it's March 22nd, the Sunday after the state tournament's over with on Saturday. So that's why we've got I got a table of like when Garrett, when he got the Bill Kitely Award, basketball, we got a table which I can put 10 people at it, and then Brandon Fritz, our principal, the school bought a table. Okay, so we're gonna have 20. We're gonna have That's 20 awesome. People there supporting Jake, and of course 11th Region Player of the Year with a chance to be Mr. Basketball, and that would at least be some consolation for the season if we can. And I know I actually got an email today. I know he's in the running for the Gatorade Player of the Year because I got an email from them today wanting his final stats. And I think they had already reached out to a couple other high school coaches. Steve Page at Great Crossing called me today and said that the Gatorade guy called him. And I know Brandon Salzman, I know they've reached out to him. So we got our fingers crossed there, and we think Jake is very, very deserving. Yeah, and
absolutely.
It's amazing when you look at his stats. He averaged 20.7
on 12 shots.
On 12.06 shots a game. I mean, that just shows you how unselfish.
Was literally getting ready to go there. I mean, you looked at the Flinchville kid, and I actually played high school basketball with his dad. I think he's averaging like 38 a game, but he's like all that Lee County has. They got a bunch of young kids, but he's averaging like 38 points a game on. I don't know how many shots he's getting, but the efficiency that Jake has got, and that's the thing that stuck out most to me because he could have stuck around in Mason County and probably shot it 40 times a game. But the fact that he did all that with a winning season, with the way he impacted the game, the blocks, I mean, he had some incredible blocks this year.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And this facing double teams and triple teams and being such a willing passer and understanding that a lot of games it's our box 2 play where we kind of isolate him on that left block, and we always call it early because we want to see what other teams are going to do. How are they going to play him? If they're going to play him one-on-one, he's going to score. Yeah, right. And we want to see where the double teams are coming from, where the triple teams are coming from, and he's a very willing passer because he knew he had guys around him that could score too.
I think, and Garrett and I talked about this on Saturday as well. Obviously, when you win games and you have the talent that you've had come through, you're going to rack up wins. You're going to make a name for yourself. But I think in watching you over the last 12, 15 years, the thing that sticks out most to me is how you develop guys. And guys like Cam Steele and Will Richardson, and you brought them along. You talked about they've been part of your team since the 8th grade. But just the development of them and seeing them get better each and every single year when those guys were sophomores and how they developed and into last year and into what they were this year. Talk about that. And is there one player, maybe it wasn't this year's team, but there's one guy that you saw take a huge leap from the time they were a freshman to the time they were a senior?
Really from last year to this year. And it helps. I mean, those guys are extremely smart.
Yeah.
I mean, they understand what it takes to have a good team. But probably the guy I thought personally that improved the most from last year to this year was Cam Steele. He was much stronger, but I just thought his confidence level was much higher. He didn't – last year it bothered him at times when people would really get after him and challenge him. And kind of backed up a little bit. This year, he stayed aggressive. He stayed in attack mode, and I said that throughout the year. I think he's the one that probably improved the most. Now, Will's just Will, and just like his brother Seth was when he played for me. I mean, you could not ask for better team guys than those two. And if I told Seth or Will to run through that glass right there, they would do it. They're going to do whatever you ask of them. And I've never seen a kid that never gets tired. I mean, Will is just we call him the Energizer Bunny. And of course,
he's always got a smile on his face.
Always has a smile when you're talking to him. I don't care if it's good or bad. He's looking at you and he's shaking. He's shaking. He wanted to be all of them. I mean, they wanted to be coached, and really with these guys, there were not too many tense moments in that locker room. We had a few, but I knew they knew how to handle it. But those two, I mean, you couldn't ask for better kids than Cam and
Has
Will.
it been different for you? I mean, different day and age now. I mean, from when you first started to where we are now, there's 15 guys on the sidelines with video cameras making, just mixtapes and different things like that. Has that been hard for you and an adjustment to guys coming in the locker room? I mean, and just different things?
Michael, that stuff I don't even notice it. And heck, I take care. I know they like doing it, and I take care of them. They ask me if they come in there. I mean, I am who I am. I'm not going to change regardless of who's in that locker room. And I think the kids enjoy it.
Yeah, for sure. And it's cool to see. I mean,
I enjoy it.
Yeah,
I enjoy some of the stuff they come up with, because kind of Addie does come at some of that stuff.
Yeah.
So I really enjoy it. And she actually. Some of those guys cover UK, so I mean, I paid a $250 media fee for one of their guys that covers UK so they could do the regional tournament. So no, that stuff done. I enjoy it because I know the kids. The kids enjoy that.
Well, and I think that's another way to just showcase your kids. I mean, us doing games, Nathan doing the interviews and doing his thing, but just different people coming and getting highlights and just doing those things, whether it be LEX 18, doing the news coverage or whatever the case might be. It's just cool to see. And when you've got the number one ranked team in the state, everybody wants to be a part of it.
It just showcases your program, and we think we have a first-class program. Yeah. And, the way things are now, there's kids looking to go play for good programs.
Yeah.
And that's what people talk about recruiting all the time. I've done this for 40 years. I've never recruited anybody in my life, but I do understand. I think Coach Hicks used to get a raw deal over there at Scott County because people said there's people wanted to come and play for Coach Hicks. There's people that wanted to come and play for that program. And we're very fortunate. Jake wanted to come here and play in this program. Grayson wanted to come here and play in this program. And that's what I told our guys today. I said, guys, I'll never go out and try to recruit a kid, but when people call, I mean, every coach will tell you this. I mean, you'll get phone calls from dads.
Yeah.
And I'll never talk to anybody during the season, but if they call me and reach out, my response is, hey, if you want to move and if you want to enroll at Madison Central, we'll coach the heck out of your son. I mean, that's what else can you do? But I'm not we're not going after people, never have, never will. If it gets to time where you got to do that, I'm definitely getting out, because that's not what high school basketball is all about.
It shouldn't be about it, right?
I think it's a compliment to your program if you do have guys
for sure
that like Grayson who want to come here and go to school.
Yeah.
And, I think we have a very good school, and I think we have a very good basketball program.
I mean, I think that speaks for itself.
What did you think, Coach, going into tournament time, being ranked number one in the state?
We really, Samantha, we never even talked about.
You don't?
Never talked about that.
See, I don't like it. I want to be that underdog.
That's the approach we try to take once Luke got Luke got hurt.
Well, you said that.
I did try to take that approach that now we don't have to worry about being the favorite. I think this kind of makes us the underdog, and didn't work.
Yeah.
But that's the approach we.
I don't ever want to be one until the end.
Yeah, I know, but we really didn't mention that. I don't think our kids. We never talked about that. We looked at our next opponent and came up with a game plan, and even I'll ask him. Our defense was great. The last game we just struggled.
It really was.
We just struggled to score against the zone, and that's what most people they talk about. Yeah, we did score a lot more points this year, but everything starts on that defensive end for us.
Well, both of those region games were so physical. I mean, even the Tates Creek game, it was like from the very tip, there were guys bumping into each other. And you look at some of the clips, obviously I think as officials, you can't call everything.
Right.
But there were probably 20 calls, maybe both ways, that could have been called a foul. It's just hard to differentiate, well, this one is and this one's not. That's what I don't understand sometimes.
Yeah, it's hard. Well, I just thought it was kind of – I mean, we're a very physical team.
Yeah.
With Luke especially, we were a very physical team. And that was part of our philosophy and our game plan is to attack the rim. And on the season, we attempted about 9 more free throws per game than our opponents. But there's a reason. We had big, strong kids and seniors. It was kind of unusual that last game. Jake was the only person on our team that attempted a free throw. Oh. And I don't know if we had another game throughout the year where our opponent shot more free throws than us. And I think it was like 28 to 15 that last game. So, but, you get in the regional tournament and you get different region officials who maybe not used to calling as athletic players as we have here in the 11th region.
That's our 12th, right?
It's the 12th.
Yeah, it's 12th region. Sometimes it's an adjustment, and I'll just leave it at that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you can tell.
Correct.
I played in the 14th region where I felt like they called everything.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I can't imagine the 14th region officials coming over here and trying to call it, and just the pace of play and everything. It's so different. It is.
And it's a reason, like you look at Jake, why he shoots so many free throws. I mean, there's a reason. I mean, he is very aggressive going to the rim, but you got to look at what people are trying to do to him.
Yeah.
And number 5 that came from it, it was pretty obvious what he was trying to do. So. But it is what it is, and we're not going to make any excuses. It really hurt not having Luke.
Well, before we let you go, I know you want to go over to the championship game tonight. Talked about the future of the team. 16-4 JV record, 15-4 freshman record. There's a lot of guys to be excited about coming up in this program.
We do, and that's what I talked to him about today. Truthfully, we had some younger kids, offensively and skill-wise, who were probably good enough to put in that game Saturday. But physicality-wise, on the defensive end, we just couldn't do that. I mean, we've got some very skilled young players.
I love the Sandifer kid.
That Stoke would be one because he can hit shots. And little Bentley Roberts, our other freshman point guard. I mean, those are very skilled players. Hopefully, Mother Nature will play a part in them getting bigger and stronger. And even Grayson, we talked to Grayson today. Grayson needs to put on about 15, and he was very honest about it when we talked about it today, because we're going to need him to do more. We're definitely going to need him to do more things. So we've got some good young kids coming up. We'll probably have some growing pains next year because I don't really have it will not be a very big senior class at all. I've only got 3 juniors right now, so. But I've got some good young ones. I like our freshmen.
Hey, Madison Central basketball's not going anywhere.
Right.
That's what we're trying to say.
Well, as long as this guy's at the helm, I mean.
The big kid.
Bryce
Smith.
is just.
I love watching him.
Yeah, we need Bryce is. He's another one. He made strides from his freshman year to sophomore year, but he's got to make even more if he's going to play that 5 spot for us. I mean, he's got good footwork, good hands.
He gets a lot of fouls.
Needs to trim down a little bit more and be a little bit quicker on his decision-making when he catches the ball in the post. But, he's going to be called on big time next year.
He's going to be big.
Yep.
Yeah.
Coach, we'll let you and the missus get back to. We appreciate
we have to congratulate you on your award because you're getting an award tonight, right? Coach of
you got
semifinals.
Semifinals.
Got it the other night, and then
I thought they might be passing it out
They'll
tonight.
present it. All the region coaches of the year
at the state tournament
will get it. I think it's Friday afternoon, and then there might be some other news you might enjoy next week. I can't say anymore. I can't say it. I can't say any more than that.
Okay.
So
You'll
find
out.
That is exciting.
Okay.
We'll have to pay
Coach,
attention.
one more quick question. So you guys won 30 games. Do you know how many 30-win seasons you've had? Because that is a big accomplishment.
2012 and 2013. I don't know if that's the only 2 that I've had since. I think it might be the only 2 that I've had since I've been here. Now I'm not for sure before. I mean, I've got all those records. You know me and my record keeping.
Yeah.
I've got everything since I've been here.
Yeah.
So I assume that would.
Your first year was what?
93, 94. And then the 99 team with Marquise, Fritz, and Keneal. I'm not for sure how many games. I don't think maybe we did win 30. I'm not for sure.
right, well,
Somebody will know. Hugh
I've
will
got
text
it.
us.
I just have to go back.
There's so many numbers going through right now.
He'll know.
Yeah.
All right, well, we'll let you get to it, Coach. We'll step aside for our first commercial break. A lot more to get to when we come back on the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show.
Now you got.
You know what they say. Every great season starts with a strong lineup. Need agility? The Trailblazer cuts through traffic like a wide receiver in the red zone. Power? The Silverado handles work and tailgates like a linebacker on a mission. And if you're ready to go electric, the Equinox EV has the range to go all the way. No matter your game plan, Jack Burford Chevrolet has the vehicle that suits your drive. Stop in, suit up, and let's kick off your next adventure.
We would like to invite you to join our family at Bishop's Small Engine Repair.
Outdoor Power has become a family tradition, with 3 generations here bringing you years of experience.
We will help you find the best selection of outdoor power equipment from Code Cadet, Grasshopper, DeWalt, Makita, Echo, Shindawa, and now still in our Georgetown store.
Or bring your equipment into our service department. We will keep it running for years to come.
And as with all families, we have to keep Mama happy. So come on in and see us at Bishop's Small Engine Repair in Richmond and in Georgetown.
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best fajitas in town. Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
Patrick O'Neill has been serving Central and Eastern Kentucky since 1995. When someone is accused of something they didn't do, or when a good person makes a mistake, they need the best representation they can find. And that's Patrick O'Neill. Whether it's criminal defense, Social Security, disability, personal injury, workers' compensation, or deeds and wills. When you need legal advice, trust the expertise of Patrick O'Neill. He will get you the money you deserve. His office is located in Jackson, but Patrick practices all over Central and Eastern Kentucky. For more information or for a free consultation, call 606-666-2990.
It's almost that time. The madness, the brackets, the buzzer beaters. And 100.7 Coyote Country is bringing it back bigger than ever. Get ready for the 100.7 Coyote Country Free Bracket Challenge, presented by Bishop Small Engine Repair, Bear Aesthetics, and Apollo Pizza and Beer Emporium. Here's what's on the line. Chances to win cash prizes of $1,000, $5,000, even $50,000. Our highest point earner will take home a brand new 65-inch LG TV from Aaron's Rent to Own in Richmond. Brackets open right after the official tournament draw, and you won't have long to fill yours out. So start studying, start planning, start talking trash now. When it goes live, be ready. Details and complete contest rules at WCYOFM.com. 100.7 Coyote Country, where the madness pays.
Welcome back into the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show. Michael Watkins, Samantha Burford, and Garrett Stearns here with us this afternoon.
A lot of people, we didn't even really.
That's what I was going to say. Let's give Garrett a chance about who he is.
Right, because we didn't, you know, Coach alluded to you being on the team, but a lot of people may not know you.
Yeah, so you won the Bill Kiteley Award your senior year,
I did.
right?
I did.
And that's a big deal, obviously. But you were a Madison Central graduate. You played baseball and basketball?
Just basketball.
Just basketball? Okay. Yeah, so you played basketball.
I was in the band,
there.
so I did that on side too.
Okay. Man, look at you. What instrument did you play?
I was a percussionist.
Percussionist.
So,
I don't know what that means, but okay.
Did some of the drums and then some keyboards.
See, that's the cool stuff, Samantha. You know,
right.
I like that. I like that. Before we get into our next interview, though, we do want to let you know about the big bracket challenge we do every single year. It's back. I mean, the madness is right around the corner with, it's kind of already seen some madness here with some of the big tournaments going on. WCYOFM.com is where you can go to fill out your bracket when the brackets are released next weekend. There'll be a big time there. You can find out more information on the WBON-TV Facebook page and the WCYO Facebook page. chances to win $1,000 up to $5,000, even $50,000 if you can get a perfect bracket there. And the highest point earner will always win our big grand prize, which will be a 65-inch LG big screen smart TV, courtesy of our friends over at Aaron's. So,
Garrett?
yeah, we are allowed to. I actually did win like 2 or 3 years ago.
I heard about that.
Yeah, so
I heard about that.
my TV is still sitting up there in the office right now.
And he rubbed it in.
Yeah,
like
Gage and I have
I'm coming for it
a
this
Monday
year.
movie Monday every now and then, where we go up there and make some popcorn. You know, we'll go in there and make some have a good little maybe get some Nuevo or something and just watch some movie on Mondays. But it's hard to do that right during basketball season. We got to just regroup and get going again. But,
Selection Sunday, it's almost here.
It is. It is next Sunday.
I just really can't believe it because this basketball season, just as Coach Feldhaus said, it's gone by fast.
It has flown by.
We say
I said the same thing about football.
We say
yeah.
it. Yeah, we say it for
Well,
every
baseball
sport.
begins next Monday. As of right now, we're a week away from the start of high school baseball season, and Madison Central, Madison Southern will play over in Berea at Madison Southern.
Boys
as
baseball.
of right now,
yep.
But it is supposed to be 32 degrees outside. So, woo. Coach Roof, the coach over at Madison, if you guys can give us like maybe a couple of days to warm up before we have that first game, I know we would appreciate it to be out there on the call. But we will be there if they play next Monday. Yeah. Madison Southern, Madison Central,
and then
baseball.
Central softball starts.
Yeah, everybody next week as well. Yeah,
Monday.
Southern softball,
they
Berea,
go to Pulaski
Model.
County.
Yeah, so
Pulaski County comes
here. Yeah. Yes. So that'll be a big baseball and softball season as well. The Madison Southern girls, though, they just finished up. They also made a deep run in the postseason. Garrett, you were there for a lot of those 11th region tournament games, as well as the game against Douglas. A slow start kind of doomed them there against Douglas on Friday night, but they hung around. I think they lost by, 7, 8 points?
They lost by 11.
11 points.
It was a 4-point game with 2.5 minutes to go.
Yeah.
So
43-32.
Yeah, and they had a second quarter that was kind of rough for them, but the Douglas pressure affected them all night, but they really kind of found themselves offensively in the fourth quarter, and the defensive pressure that they put on Frederick Douglass was very impressive. And at the end of the day, they tied their best tournament run in school history in girls basketball. The region semifinals is the furthest they've ever made it. So.
I feel like they were kind of flying under the radar all year long, but there was a lot that went on with that team, off the court, on the court. I mean, with injuries and different things.
Hadley French getting injured twice.
Yeah, getting injured twice. So, I mean, that's a big deal as well. We talked to Coach Byers today about his team's run into the postseason, about Hadley French, Lacey Sandlin, about this good young core that he has coming up. Let's hear from Coach Byers after his first season at the helm with the Madison Southern, Lady Eagles. Here with Coach Byers of the Madison Southern Lady Eagles. And first, Coach of all, congratulations on a great first year at the helm with the Lady Eagles. And I know the season didn't end the way you all wanted it to, but, a run to the semifinals of the 11th region tournament. When you look back on this team and this year, this season, what sticks out to you the most with the season ending the way it did in the semifinals?
Yeah, well, first I'd like to appreciate everything you guys do for the community and the coverage that you guys have for our schools and our program. There are a few things that stick out. One is probably the play of Lacey Sandlin this year. As a senior, she led us in almost every statistical category, and she just was a really good leader for these young girls to be able to take a part of and be able to watch and see how you come in every single day and work and, don't complain, just coming to work every day. We got an opportunity this year to play a lot of our young kids, meaning that, we played a lot of sophomores, a lot of freshmen, and looking forward to what the future has in hope.
Well, when you talk about the way those young kids played, and, a few of them stick out. I know Cammie Dorson had a really good run in the postseason. Brianna Hensley, she played very well throughout the season. It kind of creates an excitement around the team in Madison Southern that kind of, I feel like coming into the year, it felt like this team was building toward Lacey and Hadley's senior year, and I know there were certain things that kind of dictated to where you had to lean toward those younger players, but they showed up, especially in the postseason for you.
Yeah, their age and their youth really showed. They had a really good run this year, but when you're forced to play freshmen and sophomores, the inconsistency is going to be there, but I expect them to not only become better players, but become better people for being able to go through this experience this year.
you talked about Lacey, and we've seen her grow, from I got a chance to cover her in middle school, and seeing her just kind of grow and develop into not only a good basketball player, she's a really good, I feel like, underrated athlete as well. And the way she can get up and down the floor, defend multiple positions, and she really got better offensively the last couple of years as well. Talk about what you saw from her from the first time you got her in there at practice to when the final buzzer sounded in her senior year.
Yeah, like I said, she was our leader the entire year, from the beginning of the workout to the end of the season. She's just one of those players that you wish you could have spent more time with her, because I believe her best basketball is to come, if that's what she chooses. But she's definitely a phenomenal athlete, and excuse me, she did have the ability to guard multiple positions and play multiple positions. So it was really fun coaching her, really fun being able to watch her growth this year, being a leader. But one of the things that I really wanted to stick out is her competitiveness each and every day, and just her leadership, being able to show the younger groups how to lead and how to be on time, and just being respectful and just being coachable.
For you in your first year as this position, when you look at kind of the ups and downs of a season, and I feel like every team kind of goes through those, and it's how you respond to those. And for you, whether it be the Hadley French injury late in the year, her leaving, coming back, being a part of the team, whenever you've got a lot of young players, how hard is that to manage and try to make those younger players understand that there might be some games where they get 8 to 10 minutes. There might be some games where they don't see the floor at all.
Yeah, it was some situations this year where they played multiple minutes, like you said, and there were some games where they didn't play a lot. But the one thing that they did do was come to work every single day, and they were very consistent. Whether it was positive or negative, they were still being consistent, and that's one of the things that we've been working on with them. But it's just been a joy to be able to coach these young ladies, and putting them in a position to where next year we come around, they know what to expect, not only from me, but also the schedule that we're trying to put together to play a tougher level of competition. This year we did have an extremely tough schedule with the West Jessamines and the Frederick Douglass twice, and we played Simon Kenton once, and those are 3 teams that are going to be in the state tournament this week.
When you look at your first year, from the time you put pen to paper and accepted the job to the time that the final buzzer sounded there over the weekend, what's the one thing that you really took from the season? Maybe it was something that maybe you learned about yourself, learned about this program, but what's the one thing that you take away from your first year as the head coach?
Probably the biggest thing is being able to play multiple styles with this team.
Yeah.
This year we had an opportunity to play a little run and gun style, and we also, a couple times, we had to play a grounded out style when we had to play at Western Hills. In Scott counties and things of that nature, in the Dunbars, in our region. But we were able to compete, and I'm just excited about getting the girls back together and getting them in the gym. We have a lot of multiple sport kids, but we also have quite a few kids that are, just going to concentrate on basketball. And we're going to be able to not only get them in the weight room, but also get them in our off-season program and just develop them as much as we can with individual workouts.
When you look at the 11th region and being at the 11th region tournament, I know you've been around some big environments before. I know you've been around some big games. But as a head coach, whenever you're there on the sidelines and you look up and you see a packed arena at EKU, or you see the atmosphere that comes with the district tournament, playing the 11th region tournament, what was it like for you being on the sidelines and seeing that for the first time?
It was exciting. I've been at EKU several times as an assistant when I was at Henry Clay, but nothing is like having your own program and being able to get into the fire and being able to prepare. But our crowd really showed up each and every game. We were, probably had the biggest crowd of all the teams that were there, not only being in so close proximity to our campus, but our student section was live. We had, really good support. We probably had the most traveling teams I've ever had, because even when we went to Florida for Christmas break, we probably took about 40 to 50 fans.
Oh, wow. Well, that's big, especially whenever you're traveling like that. I mean, that's a big deal to have that type of crowd, and whenever you've got to fly or drive, 10-plus hours to get to a game, that's a big deal.
Yeah, we had quite a few people that just stayed with us and followed us the entire year, and they were very supportive, especially after our last game. And, a lot of people probably came in thinking that, it was going to be a blowout, but in all actuality, we really should have beat Frederick Douglass.
Yeah.
And, hats off to Frederick Douglass. A couple buckets here, a couple buckets there. They could have went in our favor, but they didn't. But hats off to those guys that are going on to the state tournament.
Coach, one of my favorite players to cover since I've been at WBON-TV is Hadley French. I got a chance to watch her in middle school as well, her and Lacey coming up together. And, from really, maybe even as an 8th grader, I think she started making an impact on this Madison Southern basketball program. And I know, the injury last year, the things that went on this year with her, I know that you didn't really get a chance to fully see a full year, a healthy year, the kind of year we all wanted for Hadley French her senior season. But talk about her and what it was like to have her out there when you did as a player for Madison Southern.
A good player for us. I know she had some issues going on, some personal issues that she was dealing with throughout the course of the year, but she was able to come back and give her her best bet. But she was just one of those players that's a gamer. She hit 2 big shots in our semifinal game, and I was trying to get her a couple more shots, but it was just the way the nature of the game was going, and she really came out and did the best she can do in her final game.
All right, we'll close it out with this. When you look at the future of this team, and obviously you bring back so many pieces from, a team that had a really good run in the semifinals, what excites you most, and what is something that you really want to see this team work on from now to the start of next year to really kind of catapult them to potentially the top of the 11th region?
Yeah, we're going to be exciting to watch once again. Hopefully we can get a few more people healthy. We had some injuries to a couple of our sophomores that didn't actually get a chance to play this year. But we're excited about not only our sophomore group, but our freshman group. And we had a really good middle school group that's coming up. So we're going to be good for the next few years. But the one thing that I'm excited about more than anything, the one player I'm probably excited about is probably Addie Collier. She came in as a freshman and just literally took the starting job and kept it the entire year, with the exception of a couple games because of an injury and being out of town. But I'm excited about her. I'm excited about Cammie Dearson. I'm excited about Brianna Hensley, Lily Kirk. We got quite a few young ladies that are going to come in and do a lot of special things. But now we get an opportunity to really see what we need to work on and be able to move forward.
You know what they say. Every great season starts with a strong lineup. Neat agility, the Trailblazer cuts through traffic like a wide receiver in the red zone. Power, the Silverado handles work and tailgates like a linebacker on a mission. And if you're ready to go electric, the Equinox EV has the range to go all the way. No matter your game plan, Jack Burford Chevrolet has the vehicle that suits your drive. Stop in, suit up, and let's kick off your next adventure.
We would like to invite you to join our family at Bishop's Small Engine Repair.
Outdoor Power has become a family tradition, with 3 generations here bringing you years of experience.
We will help you find the best selection of outdoor power equipment from Cub Cadet, Grasshopper, DeWalt, Makita, Echo, Shindawa, and now Steel in our Georgetown store.
Or bring your equipment into our service department. We will keep it running for years to come.
And as with all families, we have to keep Mama happy. So come on in and see us at Bishop's Small Engine Repair in Richmond and in Georgetown.
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best fajitas in town. Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
Patrick O'Neill has been serving Central and Eastern Kentucky since 1995. When someone is accused of something they didn't do, or when a good person makes a mistake, they need the best representation they can find. And that's Patrick O'Neill. Whether it's criminal defense, Social Security, disability, personal injury, workers' compensation, or deeds and wills, when you need legal advice, trust the expertise of Patrick O'Neill. He will get you the money you deserve. His office is located in Jackson, but Patrick practices all over Central and Eastern Kentucky. For more information or for a free consultation, call 606-666-2990.
It's almost that time. The madness, the brackets, the buzzer beaters. And 100.7 Coyote Country is bringing it back bigger than ever. Get ready for the 100.7 Coyote Country Free Bracket Challenge, presented by Bishop Small Engine Repair, Bear Aesthetics, and Apollo Pizza and Beer Emporium. Here's what's on the line. Chances to win cash prizes of $1,000, $5,000, even $50,000. Our highest point earner will take home a brand new 65-inch LG TV from Aaron's Rent to Own in Richmond. Brackets open right after the official tournament draw, and you won't have long to fill yours out. So start studying, start planning, start talking trash now. When it goes live, be ready. Details and complete contest rules at WCYOFM.com. 100.7 Coyote Country, where the madness pays.
Back here on the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show, special thanks to all of our great sponsors like Jack Burford Chevrolet here. Folks, listen, tax money starting to come in. It's a great time to come over and put that down on a down payment for one of these new Chevrolets. I mean, come over and check them out. You can check out the entire inventory online at jackburford.com, but some really good deals, some great vehicles on the lot here at Jack Burford Chevrolet. Also, special thanks to Nuevo Vallarta. Right now, if you're out and about, you're watching us, maybe you tried the Longhorn. It's backed up to the end of Boggs Lane.
Yep.
Yeah.
It is packed over there.
Hey, we're getting really close to Cinco de Mayo. I know it's still a couple of months away, but I'm already planning ahead for my Nuevo Vallarta visit on that day. But yeah, so go over there and check them out as well. Right around the corner here on Big Hill Avenue, a couple of locations over in Berea as well. Also, great friends over at Bishop's. I mean, I have neighbors out mowing already this weekend.
Really?
I'm not quite ready yet, but I mean, it is that time of year.
My neighbor across the street was, yep.
Get those mowers out, and if you want to take that tax return over and get you a new mower, or maybe you've got an older mower that needs to be looked at, Bishop's can take care of all that stuff for you right here in Richmond on North Estill Avenue, and the law office of Patrick O'Neill over in Jackson. Give them a call at 606-666-2990 for a free consultation. If you know somebody that has got questions about workers' compensation, criminal defense cases, deeds, wills, all that good stuff, Patrick O'Neill can help you with all of that. Again, you can give them a call at 606-666-2990, and your consultation is free. Guys, it's that time of year, obviously high school basketball, we invest so much into that. We had some really good basketball teams.
Yeah.
Now we flip our attention over to baseball. And Garrett, we've seen in the past, we talked about, the historical program that the Madison Central basketball team is. That the baseball team's had a rich tradition as well.
Oh, yeah. They've actually won the district now 7 consecutive years. Yeah. And then the softball team's won it 4 consecutive years. And the softball team's head coach, Randy Hall, he's never lost a district game in doing that.
Since he's got to do this.
Yeah, I got to knock on wood, Coach Hall. But, yeah, since he's taken over at Madison Central, they've never lost a district game. So
doesn't he have a bunch of seniors this year, too?
I think he does. So they're going to be pretty solid. Samantha, you mentioned they'll open up against Pulaski County next Monday, and then Central and Southern always playing the baseball to start the season. And I was talking to Jamie Boggs, WBON's very own. He calls some games for us. His son Gavin plays for Madison Southern, and I didn't realize Madison Southern has not won the 44 district in baseball in 20 years. They haven't won it since 2006.
Well, the one year that they beat Central in the first round, Model beat them in the championship game. So, it's been a long time. Yeah, that was more like 2018-ish.
17, I want to say.
17, yeah. Yeah, the good coach over at Model.
That was last time Central didn't win
remember,
it.
we interviewed that model baseball coach.
Yeah.
And they were having a phenomenal.
They
Has
were.
that already been 5 years ago?
Oh, it's been longer than that. Was it 2017?
That'd be what? That's 9. That would be 9 then.
She's not very good at math, folks. Listen.
No,
no.
we know that you and I are not good at math. But
everybody that I talk to knows I'm not good at
how
math.
Fast the time goes
Yeah,
by.
Shapiro was the coach at Model that year, and he did. They beat Southern in the championship game, lost to Sayre. I think he ended up going to one of the schools in Lexington and becoming the coach up there. But yeah, Alex Shapiro, he had a really good run during his short time at Model.
And we interviewed him a couple of times. It was great to interview.
But point being made, I mean, I think Madison Southern has got some players they're excited about this year, and as some juniors, a good junior senior class that they're looking forward to. They certainly can make a run. You know, they kind of the theme for Southern in recent memory is 2 years ago they beat Central in the opening game, then lost to them in the district final. Last year they lost to them, I want to say, in extra innings, and then got blown out in the district final. So they've been right there at the beginning of the season, and then by the time we get to the end, Central's. But again, I mean, baseball, it's kind of interesting. You know, it's so different, I feel like, from game to game in a sense. A little different from basketball sometimes.
And I think Coach Roof got ejected in the last game for Central. So I wonder, does that mean he will have to miss the first game this year?
I don't know.
I'm excited to see Cannon Cook, though. I mean, we know what he did in that district championship game. I mean, that young man is a hoss cat.
Yeah.
And excited to see him play this year. Of course, Central's got some really good players that are coming back. Braxton Hicks is there. You've got some of the other guys. Will Richardson, who will transfer from basketball and go over to baseball. He's such a good athlete.
Oh, yeah.
Will can just, whatever you put him on, just put a Central jersey on him. He could probably do wrestling.
Will the thrill.
Well, speaking of wrestling, too, we had Carson Herbst make the big run there. We had a couple of the females win state championships, so we're going to try to get them on over the next few weeks. It's we feel like it's slowing down, but there are so many kids that just need to be highlighted, and we want to try to get them on over the next few weeks.
And track, too.
Yeah, track has. So I mean, it's just
the track season.
Yeah, it's
we need
a busy time.
Directors on too to try to talk to them.
Listen, nobody wants to talk to Jay.
Let me bring up.
Nobody wants to talk to Jay.
Bring up some softball because Central and Southern baseball, they play just one time during the regular season. But today I was just checking out the schedules for softball, and the girls play twice. Before they get to district, they play. So put it in your calendars, everybody. March 30th and then April 14th.
And
so about a month apart.
I want to say,
weeks.
I think they try to do that usually in softball, but last year, if I recall, one of the games got rained out, so they only end up playing once.
They had a lot of rainouts last year.
Well, listen, you know what happens in 18 days, right? It's my birthday.
Oh,
that's a national holiday.
You've got all these trips planned over the next couple of weeks. You better be going ahead and getting. You got a Vegas trip next weekend, right? My birthday present better be coming back on that flight with you.
I'll place a bet for you.
Well, with your money, though?
No,
that's no fun.
That's illegal.
That's not illegal. What do you mean? Just put a bet down. If you win, you give it to me. It's should be what it is. But before we go off the air, we've got the bracket challenge again. So we'll try to break down our brackets over the next couple of weeks. Well, it's a competition. I can't help you. You know what? Hang on. I will help you. I will help you, Samantha. Whatever I tell you to pick, you just pick them.
You know what?
16 seeds all the way.
Yeah.
The higher the seeds, the better they are.
Do an opposite of you.
Yeah. We in the past we've kind of broken down our brackets on the show. If the baseball game does take place next Monday, we won't have a show. But if we do have the show next Monday, we'll try to do that. You won't be here, but Garrett and I
I'm going to phone in when you're sitting out there.
You can send us your bracket and stuff.
Scarves and
well, keep in mind WCYOFM.com. When the brackets go live, head straight to our website WCYOFM.com. You can fill out your bracket for free. And then we update the standings each and every single day after the tournament games are over. You can see where you are in that. And it's a lot of fun just to keep up with that stuff. And I think in years past, I've had a lot of success against you.
I know you have. No, 1 year I did better than you.
Yeah, I did. I let my kids fill out the bracket.
It was like 3 years ago or something. Now, okay. Can people fill out more than one bracket? Because, I fill out 3 or 4.
Yeah, I think for our challenge, you can only, you can do as many as you want to, but on the website, you can only do one.
For our challenge, you can only do one.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got to do it right. Make it count.
Yeah. What do you think? How far do you think Kentucky go? What is their ceiling?
I'm going to let Garrett take that day one.
I don't know.
I think they're good enough to get to a Sweet 16, but it's going to have to be. They're going to have to get. I think they have to be an 8 seed. If they're. if you 7 or 7
I I don't
through
even
10,
think there'll be an 8
that's
seed.
the best case scenario.
Yeah, I think I looked at the Joe Lenardi's projections this morning. He had him as a 7.
7 seeds.
So,
I mean, yeah.
I can't recall who the 10 he had him playing was, but I mean, it was. I mean, 10 seeds was pretty good.
We could see him going out in the first round. I could see him making it to the Sweet 16. I think that is their ceiling, though. I mean, with how they've ended the regular season, there's no momentum. There's no good vibes or anything. I think that the Sweet 16 is probably as far as the Cats can go.
Yeah, I would say round of 32 is mine. Like if you had asked for one exact prediction, I would say that win a game.
Let's wonder how big the crowd will be next week in Nashville.
I mean,
from UK,
they better make it to Friday for the crowd to even get a chance to get down there. I mean, they're always a good crowd.
This is the first time they've ever played on a Wednesday. So will the crowd come? Will it be a big Cat fan?
Yeah.
I don't know.
We do want to get this out. So you can only fill out one bracket. If you fill out 2, you will be disqualified. There is a complete set of rules over at our website, WCYOFM.com.
That's why I asked the question.
Thanks to Gage Hill and Aiden Mills here with us tonight, our producers. Thanks to Alan Feldhaus Jr., Juan Byers. We will have an interview with Jalen Davis that I will post later on this week as well.
Monday.
And for Garrett Stearns, first time on the broadcast with us. Looking forward to having him
appreciate it.
on more with us. She's Samantha Burford. I'm Michael Watkins. Enjoy the warmer weather because it won't be here very long. And we'll see you next time on the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show.